This is a spoiler warning. There will be spoilers for the Ahsoka Season 1 series finale directly following this message. Oftentimes when I watch Star Wars, I keep in mind that George Lucas once said that Star Wars is like poetry. It rhymes every stanza with the last, and the Ahsoka series finale really brings that home. And what am I talking about, you ask? Well, it's in the part where Ezra Bridger shows up to tell Hera, I'm home. And I think it's a detail that a lot of us had missed in our first viewing. Okay, I've only watched it once, but I'm going to watch it again here soon. But it's the manner in which Ezra Bridger returns home that seems familiar. And even Chopper says something's familiar when he sees Ezra in the Night Trooper armor. At least that's what I imagine Chopper said when he recognized either the walk, the swagger, or something that Ezra Bridger was carrying. Now, before I get into the topic fully, I just want to let you know that I do like a little bit of suspense in my videos, so sorry for the long intro. And before I go on, I do want to announce this video's sponsors, people who just love the channel and have subscribed and requested to be sponsors. Jason Berry, Jason Perry, not to be confused with the aforementioned Jason Berry, and Pedro Stahl. Congratulations, guys, and thank you so much for everything you do. And their message follows as thus. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share the video with some friends. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers here, and we all want you to be a part of that journey, so make sure you stick around. Also, with this video, this isn't the only topic I'm going to cover in this, so stick around. Make sure that you watch everything that I'm going to talk about. Okay, so we think about it, and how did Ezra Bridger get to Hera Syndulla? Well, he smuggled aboard the Chimera, Thrawn's Star Destroyer, and snuck into some dead Night Trooper armor that was covered with enough duct tape that any do-it-yourselfer would be very proud. Good job, Ezra. But let's get back to the point. Ezra Bridger decides he's going to board the Chimera along with Sabine Wren, who is supposed to join him just following his departure from the tower. Alas, I said alas. Sabine Wren does not join him. She decides to stay back and help Ahsoka Tano fight off the Night Sister, Morgan Elsbeth, and the Night Troopers. But Sabine Wren knows that if she abandons her master, then the past will come back to haunt her. Yeah, I made that part up. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know. But Ahsoka did abandon Sabine at one time because she was afraid of what she would become. But this time Sabine could not leave Ahsoka. But that's not the point I'm trying to make now, is it? Now, what is the point I'm trying to make? Well, Ezra Bridger leaves Peridea the same way he arrived, alone. In hyperspace. Remember that in Rebels Season 4, the finale, Ezra Bridger decides to take Thrawn and jump them into hyperspace and lead them to Peridea. Now it's just Ezra and Thrawn. Well, and the Night Mothers and the weird zombie troopers and all that. Yeah, so Ezra is now jetted away from Sabine once again and taken to our favorite Star Wars galaxy far, far away. Ezra is leaving the galaxy in Rebels Season 4 matches up with his leaving Peridea in the Ahsoka series finale. It's poetry. It rhymes. And it makes a lot of sense. Why not do it that way? And this time, it wasn't Ezra Bridger's idea to do it alone. He was going to take Sabine with him and hopefully Ahsoka and Huyang. Huyang! Yeah, I love saying that word. Yeah, so I think a lot of people miss the correlation between Rebels and the Ahsoka series finale, or Season 1 finale. I keep calling it the series finale. Well, I'll keep calling it that because we don't know if there's going to be a Season 2. Nothing's confirmed yet. It's weird. It needs to be confirmed. Don't leave us on a cliffhanger. Remember Solo, a Star Wars story? Yeah, we still haven't got a conclusion to that one. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is how the show seems cartoony. A lot of people have been saying that they don't like the show because it seems cartoony. Well, sorry to tell you, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Sorry to tell you, brothers and sisters, that this show is based off of two cartoons, The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, no. So, yeah, they're going to act a little cartoony. That's just the way it is. That's the way Dave Filoni intended it. And so many people loved Star Wars Rebels and the Clone Wars animated series, and they don't want to give this one a chance because it seems too cartoony. Seems kind of hypocritical. I don't know. It's just my thought on it. And the guy they got to play, Ezra Bridger, acts out Ezra Bridger perfectly. He looks dead on Ezra Bridger, other than he has curly hair, and Ezra had straight Tarzan-ish Jungle Book hair or whatever. Sometimes these small details do get a little bit changed when you go from animation to live action. A lot of small details get changed, some big details too, but that's just the way it goes. You know, everything's not going to look the same in live action that it looked in the animation. So all I'm saying to those haters that say this is too cartoony is that, come on, you probably like the Rebels show. You probably like the Clone Wars. Those are animations, cartoons, if you will. Yeah. So stop looking for things to hate on. It's silly. And now there are a couple other things I want to hit on real quickly. No, I'm not going to hit on them like at a bar or something, but I want to touch on them. No, wait. Nope, don't want to do that. I want to speak about them. Yes, I want to speak about them. I want to speak about, God, that just sounds weird. I want to touch base on the fact that Sabine Wren felt the presence of Anakin Skywalker possibly at the end of the finale. And a lot of people are saying that she felt it before Ahsoka, and that's not fair. Ahsoka is so tuned into the Force, she should have seen it first. Well, she did. She noticed it at the same time Sabine did. But this was a teaching moment. She asked Sabine, "What is it?" Just trying to get the information to see if Sabine felt the same thing she did. But instead of saying, "I saw this weird guy in Jedi robes watching over us that I've never met before," she said, "Oh, nothing, just shadows in the sky." Yeah. Okay, that makes sense because she didn't know Anakin Skywalker. Why would she say, "I just saw Anakin Skywalker"? She doesn't even know who he is. Maybe she's seen recordings of him and stuff, and that would enlighten her to who Anakin Skywalker is. But we don't know that. That would be a behind-the-scenes type of thing. But we know that Ezra Bridger does know who Anakin Skywalker is, but he wasn't there to say, "Hey, that's Anakin Skywalker. Nice to meet you, bud. I've seen your recordings. You're kind of cool. You're amazing." And the last thing I want to talk about is Balin Skoll at the end of the finale, where he reaches the statues, giant statues, of the Father, the Son, and the daughter. And if you look closely, you notice that the daughter's head is missing. So what does this mean for Balin Skoll? Is he going to become the father? Is he going to become the brother? Is he going to just worship them and do their bidding as they wish? Because who knows? I'm sure they have become Force ghosts other than the daughter who has embodied herself into Ahsoka Tano. But I would like you all to leave a comment down below and tell me, what you think this means. Is he going to become a servant of them? Is he going to start a new Jedi Order based around their philosophies and teachings? Or is it something entirely different? I'd like to know. For the tiniest of rants, I just want to say I do like the Ahsoka series. I like it a lot. To me, it's not as good as Andor quite, but it's a close second. Yes, I love Andor. A lot of people either love it or they hate it. I don't know of many in between that said it was mid. I don't know. Yeah, but the same thing goes for the Ahsoka series, but I do see a lot of people saying that it's mid, which is better than either hating it or loving it. At least there's some neutral people in it. But from what I've seen, there are a lot of people that just hate anything new Star Wars puts out. Okay, so I have two theories on that. One is they just hate Disney and they're not going to like anything Disney produces. Okay, I don't love everything Disney produces, but I do like Star Wars. And this is a positive place for Star Wars fans to come and talk about their love for the franchise. Now, you don't have to love everything that Star Wars produces. God knows I don't love everything they produce. I like some of it, and just some of it I think is okay, and I love a lot of it. But the second theory that I've come up with as to why there's so much hate for Star Wars is that a lot of people got into Star Wars as children. I was a child myself at 4.5, almost 5 years old, when A New Hope came out in 1977. Yeah, so Star Wars had this magical bond or this magical attraction to you, and you felt something wonderful, and that's right. That's how you should feel. No matter if you grew up in the 70s and 80s with the original trilogy, or the late 90s and 2000s with the prequel trilogy, or if you're just now getting into it through the sequel trilogy as a child, there's something magical about it for you. And what you're doing is you're going into every new Star Wars as an adult and ripping it apart and trying to see where that magic is. Well, I'm sorry, but the magic is still there. And to some of these people, it just seems like the magic is not there. Well, because you're not a child anymore. You're not getting into Star Wars for the first time. You're not seeing a lightsaber for the first time. You're not seeing a lightsaber battle for the first time, or blaster fire, or deflecting that blaster fire. You're seeing it all as an adult after you've seen it for possibly decades. Instead of thinking, I need that magic back from my childhood and the nostalgia, you should be thinking, okay, what youngster do I have around that I can take to see Star Wars now? Pass it on to the next generation. Or if you just think Star Wars is dead, which it is not, Star Wars is not dead, it's just dead to you, then don't do anything about it and stop watching it. It's pretty simple. If it's lost the magic for you and there's only 3 to 6 films that matter to you, then maybe you've grown out of it. It's just a thought. Just one of my thoughts. But I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you just hate Disney, or have you grown out of Star Wars? Either one could be possible. There could also be another reason. I don't know. But before I go, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and make sure you're not already subscribed before you hit it. Wink, wink. And give the video a like and share the video with some friends, Star Trek friends. Yeah, I actually kind of like Star Trek. I'm not into the lore like a lot of Trekkers are, but I like watching it for entertainment. But go ahead and show this video some hardcore Star Trek fans who refuse to like Star Wars, and see if you can't change their mind. Anyways, this is Gerald, a Star Wars fanatic, signing off, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace. Thank you all for watching, and remember, this is the way. And positivity in the Star Wars community can be the only way.